Many of you have known that we recently moved to Bangkok, and after traveling around for the past year or so, and we settled down in Bangkok and have really been enjoying our life in Bangkok. And this past weekend, 2 days ago for us, uh,
March 28th.
March 28th, there was a major earthquake in Bangkok.
Not in Bangkok,
Well,
Myanmar.
it was in Myanmar, but the waves from that earthquake traveled all the way to Bangkok, and Bangkok experienced a 7.7 magnitude earthquake. And we were in our condo when this happened, and it was the scariest moment of our lives. The reason why we are coming on camera is to document our experience, to share what it was like in those moments with us. It is not for to compare to say like we experienced something better or worse than somebody else. It is not to to give you a sob story. It is
Or to dismiss what happened in Myanmar. I can't even, I know that that happened, but I'm so in my experience that I cannot, I haven't even processed that
I
information.
don't have the capacity to process that information as well.
Exactly.
We are still in the midst of coping. Like we'll have random moments of breaking down because it's so fresh for us. It's easy when you're on the other side of the screen saying, "Oh well, you know, California has that all the time. You'll be fine." Blah blah. It is not about that. It is what we are here to do is to share what it felt like, what it was like for us, period, and what we are now having to heal through in order to feel safe again.
So, back up story time. We are currently in Pattaya, Thailand, because obviously we don't feel comfortable staying home. But if we go back to the story, we have 10% battery remaining. Thank you very much. No worries.
We don't have the charger for this camera with us either because we left our home and her. I have like 2 changes of clothes. She has luckily a few changes of clothes.
Yeah.
But we after that event we left Bangkok, and thankfully we're Lauren has a cousin down here in Pattaya, and so we're staying with him for the moment as we allow ourselves to cope and process the space to process this traumatizing experience.
So let's take it back to 1 o'clock, March 28th, 2025.
So
Friday.
Mm-hmm. So we were just sitting on the couch. We were on the couch in our living room, just chilling. We were working actually, and really excited for what we were doing. And then all of a sudden, we started hearing what sounded like somebody walking in our ceiling.
Creaks. We were hearing
Creaks because it's we were familiar with hearing like construction sounds next door because they're still working on the apartments, the condos next door to us. But I'm like, did somebody get up in our ceiling? So we're looking up and just hearing like major sounds. And then I turn around and I see our chandelier shaking like this majorly. And we're looking at each other like, what is that?
Hold up. I run to the door. Open up the door. Now it sounds like whoever was in our ceiling had just ran off. Like, do, 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 do.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the hell? So I think we closed the
Speak
door.
out loud.
We closed the door. And we started doing this.
We didn't close the door.
Yes. Because I went to the door first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought somebody was, whether the door closed or not, I walked away from the door.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt this fainting feeling, this dizzy feeling, this warped out of, like my equilibrium was off.
Mm-hmm.
Then I remember I couldn't stand still. And by this time, you were by the door.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't like this.
You don't like it?
Mm-mm. I'm not saying it's not good, but I don't like it. I feel like nothing tops that. Anyway. So as I'm looking at this, you're basically like, heard was, baby, we gotta go.
Because
we were asking each other questions like,
we're like, what is that? We opened the door. What I remember is realizing that I don't even know if it was plaster. I don't even know if the first thing I saw was
whatever the hallways were made out of started falling off the walls, and not little layers, but the actual chunks
of walls started falling off the wall.
Things, storages and stuff, and those, it just started getting wide, like opening,
like the doors to the electricity units and stuff like that. That's in those units. All I knew, and all I could think of in that moment was that Miami building. A
couple of years ago, there was a story about a building collapsing in Miami, and it really shook us.
Because it happened in the middle of the night.
At 2-something in the morning, and it's just like, and people that was sleeping anyway. Oh, so that is the fear at the back of our head. So
I want to also back up. There had been not just construction in our building, with building the units, but there's been major construction on the main street in front of us because they're building a new train line, and so I'm always looking at them, watching them build. And they're digging deep down into the ground, and there's like water flowing out of the ground every time they're like, there's this like 4-story mechanism they keep putting down in the ground. So I don't know what's happening, but all I'm thinking is something is going wrong with the construction, and we need to get out this building now.
Eat some of this rice, because you ain't gonna get none. In my mind, I thought the same thing as you.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell did they just do?
Mm-hmm.
Did they mess up something?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it was the floor above us or something. I was thinking that something they were doing in the rooms had started like collapsing. I didn't think that what we were experiencing was happening throughout the whole building. But when we started swaying, when I saw you hit the door because you couldn't stand up, I was like, this is more than construction. I know. I'm sorry. Let's hit
It's all right. It's all right.
So I'm pissed at this moment. I'm pissed because, whoa, these ants are fast. Grabby.
We opened the door and we saw,
Oh, thank you for the breeze.
You saw me sway, and you were feeling dizzy.
Oh yeah.
And then I was just like, we need to get out. We need to go now.
Yeah.
So
we ran.
Down. First, I went to run to pick up get my shoes.
Yes, and you were the first one out the door. But I was on my way to come towards you, but I was like, oh shit, we ain't got no clothes on.
Yeah.
So I grabbed what was on the chair,
and I grabbed shoes. I grabbed the blanket off the couch because I was in lingerie basically.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need something to cover up.
Then I ran back. I still didn't make it out the house yet. I just kept going back and forth. Every time a thought came to my mind, I went back. So the last thing I went back for was the key card to get back into the door, inside the room. So now I'm finally in the hallway, and you're like, baby, let's get out. So I joke down the stairs. I mean, not stairs. We're not at the stairs yet. We're down the hallway, and that's when I get a semi-clear look of what is on the walls, and it's scaring the shit out of me. Me and you run all the way towards the elevator because there's a service door right in front of the elevators that we're thinking is a stairwell. Exactly. But when we open it, it's actually just a service elevator, and so we're confused as to, in that moment, where is the stairs? Where are the stairs? And at this moment, I'm like, we don't have time for the stairs. I'm thinking, let's get out as quick as possible. So my ass hit the elevator button and wanted to go down the elevators. I thought of the risk of like, no, that's the number one thing they say don't do. Like, you thought, but yes, I thought about this, girl. But listen, I pushed the button and I was like, oh shit, it's not even working anyway. You said elevators. Like, I was like, no, we're not taking the elevators. Like, and so because I know like this is not the place, the time. Did you know I pressed the button? No, I didn't know you pressed the button. Oh yeah. So while and pressing that button, that's when I was thinking all what I just said. Yeah. And then when I actually said it out loud, you was like, no, we're not taking the elevator. Yeah. We run, and she found the stairs. Yes. She remembers the stairs because she sees them when she's on her way out the door in the mornings. Yeah. That was the only reason why I knew where the stairwell was, because people would be working in the stairwell to cut up the flooring for these
condos that they're still building. And other than that, I don't think I would have known where the stairwell was.
Okay, that's the first problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now this is where I'm pissed. This is where all these thoughts are coming in. I'm pissed because I think that something is wrong with the building and that they did something. Why don't I hear an alarm? Mm-hmm. Why don't I know where the stairs are? Yes, the whole time. Why isn't there an alarm? Why don't I know where the stairs are? Now, let's continue the story. Mm-hmm. And when we get on the 4th floor, pause, because this is my third thing of why I'm pissed. Go ahead.
So we finally find the stairwell, and I'm like, baby, come, because she bolted back down the hallway to try to see where they are. And I'm like, baby, it's here, come. And so we start running down the stairs, and you bypass me, like you are flying down these stairs, and I'm like, you guys know, like I'm an amputee, I have one leg, and so I'm running literally as fast as I can. And so I'm going step, and mind you, we live on the 12th floor of our building, so we have 12 flights to get down while the walls we're moving and shaking, and the rumble that you hear is terrifying. So as I'm running, I start seeing the walls in the stairwell crack and crumble all around me.
So as you're walking, it's like,
yes, it's cracking. Like I'm seeing the walls open, separate, like.
See, she's seeing this. I'm not. We're going down the same stairwell, but we have two different realities here. My mind is, get out as fast as you can. Get out. Both of y'all are going to make it. Get out, because I don't want this building to fall.
Sorry, the camera died, so we're on our phone now. But it was seeing those cracks in the walls as I'm running down that made me start jumping and skipping steps, because I'm like, I need to get out, and this building is actively collapsing. I don't know, and I'm not thinking that it's an earthquake. I am literally thinking we are in an actively collapsing building.
Because of construction.
Because that's what I was thinking. Of something that went wrong on the street, and the floor, the ground caved in. I don't know what the F, but I just knew we had to get out as fast as possible, and I started.
Listen, all the while, here's the funny part that keeps me in high spirits is every time I turned around to check for Natalie, while her ass on the floor, because all I hear, listen, I know you already explained, yes, your prosthetic leg, I get it, but the whole point of me telling the story is because it lifts me up. It's something that we can laugh and anchor ourselves in humor, rather than just the sadness of a story. And so I looked back, and I'm checking for her because I know her situation. All I hear is smack. I'm like, how many times she gonna fall?
I fell like four times between our front door and getting to the stairwell and then I don't know how many times I fell going down the stairs. Like, thank God I didn't twist or break an ankle. There were so many times that I could have, but my ankles are good. I have my leg. I didn't even have my new leg on. This is my broken leg. So thankful my broken leg
was able to carry you out.
Was able to carry me out of the door. I
didn't even think about that. That's so crazy.
You know how much I dropped? I depended on this leg to land on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then I look up. We're on the 7th floor.
You on the 7th floor.
I'm approaching the 7th floor, and I look up. I don't hear her steps anymore. I'm like, baby. He was like, yeah. I said, I'm on the 7th floor. Let's go. And when I finally saw you come down the stairs, all I see is like titties, just titties.
I am literally in a lingerie. I'm literally in lingerie.
That is so
running
funny.
For my life, and I am loose. It's going to escape. But that's one thing that I will say is, yeah, she was ahead of me. She was gone. But every single step of the way, she's coaching me. She's like, baby, get up.
See, what I can't do is carry you out the building. But what I can do is coach and motivate you to get your ass out the building.
Yeah. So, that's what she was doing all the way. I couldn't see her, not until we got to the 4th floor. Like, from the 12th, 8 floors that I didn't see you.
8 floors, you didn't see me?
Yeah, like the first maybe floor. Yeah, maybe
I heard your steps. We were the only ones in the stairwell.
Yeah, they were the only.
Which is so crazy. Our building is not at 100% capacity, And
But still,
I thankfully, because if that building was full and all of us was going down them stairs, anyway, I finally see you come around that corner. We on the 6th floor, 5th floor.
Mm-hmm.
We going down to the 4th floor, and it turns from a stairwell
to like
a sectioned off storage / electrical.
It's a half ceiling height kind of area. Like, so it's low, first of all, and there is no clear direction of where to go because the stairs ended. We get there and the stairs ended. We're in this room. We're like, what the f is this?
At this moment, I thought that we were on what's that movie with the clown and he's on the tricycle?
Seriously?
I thought I was in that. What's that song?
Yeah.
I thought that I was in one of those little trapped weird rooms. Like this was a movie in my head. This was a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up and I saw the exit sign,
Yeah.
but I didn't see no exit. So I left and went back towards the stairs. I was like, did I miss something?
And I heard you. You're like, how do I get out? And I finally met you on the 4th floor. And so while I saw you going down a hallway and I saw the exit sign and I was like, exit. She is not down there. Right? And I see you trying to bang open a door that's there and it's locked. And I was like, fuck, that's not it. There has to be an exit. And so I see there's another hallway and I'm like, and I go and I see it's a continued stairwell. But right before that, we heard one guy in the stairwell yelling.
He yelled something, and I was like, "Get out of the building!"
Yeah,
and
then
me and him ran into each other as he was exiting the stairs, and that's when I heard you say, "Baby, it's this way."
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm running towards you, then they follow me, and I hear more and more steps, so I know that there was more people, but he was the only one I saw.
Yes, and so once we finally see the second set of like staircases, it's completely unlike what we were doing, what the stairs that we were doing, because it was like.
I just want to add this portion from the 4th floor to the 1st floor is parking garage in our building, so that's why the staircases changed and shifted a little bit because. Yeah, just wanted to note that. So when we switched stairwells, this stair didn't say 4, you're on floor 3, you're on floor 2. This stairwell said you're on floor 4. Then it said 3.2, 3.1, then 2, 2.1. And I was like, my mind is being with right now.
It really felt like it took longer to get through those stairs than it did the full length stairs.
Somebody was playing with me, and because I'm like, no, they didn't stick a 4th floor like that, and I have to spend time finding the exit, and then they want to put these decimal numbers in here. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with y'all?
Oh my God!
You was in front of me at this point. When we finally saw the sunlight.
Oh my God!
I had the biggest relief.
Oh my God!
And then the anger came back.
No, so when I saw the the light, I ran out that building so quick.
So quick.
Yeah. So I ran out and the ground is wet, and so I'm in Crocs. Like this has literally no traction whatsoever. So I slide my prosthetic leg slides